Thank you for this opportunity. And God is at work in Myanmar and in Japan. So I want to share about, sit-down courses, happening right now. So, God is using sit-down courses in both countries to challenge, encourage, and equip young generations of doctors. So I want to share, how we are doing it, and I hope it might help some of you where, language struggles are. So the language is a big barrier for us. English is difficult for us. So first of all, I invited a potential leader for sit-down course to write a cohort of sit-down courses last year. So Yoshimi from Japan and Noja from Myanmar, they attended. And then amazingly, they got the vision to do this in their countries. So we started talk about translating the materials so that many could participate. However, it was not easy to translate all the materials. Materials are so huge, and the English expressions is very different from our languages. So after some struggles of tackling it, we decided to use English materials. So all the materials from sit-down course are in English, video readings and then PowerPoints, but we share how to use Google Translations or other translation applications to help us. They are not perfect, but we can get most of the contents along with the reading materials. And then Slack, questions in local language and then sharing in our own language. And then Zoom is led by local facilitators in our local languages, and the presentation by participants are in local languages, and sharing and discussions in our local languages. So because we use local languages, we share freely, and then we reflect on our context so more easily, and then we can share and then pray together. So grow in the fellowship through that. And then because we chose English material to use it, to adapt, so we could start the course immediately. So it was the benefit of the using the English material so far. Reconciliation on progress. Both settings, there is another similarity. It's a reconciliation on progress. In Myanmar, as you know, COP happened 3 years ago. The situation in country has not been any better yet. Recently, severe fights with airstrikes are going on in Rakhine states or Karen, bordering with Thai. So many young doctors, especially those in government services, stood up against the regime and then left hospitals. Until today, many are standing where they are. So it means two groups of doctors in country. One work under regime, the other stand against regime. So Christian doctors are the same. Those who left the service are not allowed to work in hospitals, and many hold strong emotions against one another, anger and very deep wound in their hearts. So I have been praying for them, waiting for a right timing to organize something to together hear from God, and amazingly, God opens the door for us to do sit-down course in Myanmar. We have 16 registered and about 10 doctors attending regularly. Those are from both groups. Very sensitive in many ways, but we took courage and started. This is amazing to see them sharing and discussing and praying together. We learn and share, focusing on the topic. And please pray for us as we come to the topic of advocacy and justice. Please pray us to continue to center God in our fellowship, and pray for healing in their hearts, and pray for Myanmar Nehemiah to be raised, to be built a country. In Japan, JCMA is the one which is registered under ICMDA from the very beginning. But there is another group of EMF, Evangelical Medical Fellowship, and more focusing on the evangelism, and they have more students. These two groups didn't have a good relationship with one another so far. But for this Shipman course, we have participants from both groups. So far, no one have dropped out from the course yet. And everyone shares from their lives, and it's so touching each time to hear from each one of them. I believe JCMA has a lot to share with us, and EMF has younger generations. So please pray for us to grow in this fellowship with one another. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Yasuko. And it's amazing the doors that God has opened for Yasuko, both through Japanese and Burmese languages, and the way that these courses have opened doors to be able to build people together and bring people together in unity as well.